This is my top 5 least favorite Super Mario Party minigames. Nothing's different, it's only my personal opinion and nobody else's. Also, any type of minigame counts here. Wow, I guess that's it. No more rules, so let's go. Number 5 is 2v2, making faces. Each team has their own blank Mario face, onto which they must place the facial features into the correct spots. One teammate moves the features horizontally, and the other vertically, and the closer they apply the features to the correct spots, the more points they'll score, and the team with the most points wins. To be honest, this minigame really isn't that bad, especially given how much teamwork it takes. It's just kinda hard to get the features right in their correct spots. Yes, I know I usually like a good challenge, but like I've said before, there are limits. I suppose it could become easier with practice, but even with that in mind, it's also just a bit boring. I will admit the concept is decent, but no matter what, making faces makes 5th place. Again, I don't really dislike it, but I needed a number 5, so sorry, making faces. Number 4 is free-for-all, stake your claim. There's a board, and a square divided into 4 shapes will be shown, each with a slightly different size. The players must each pick one per round, and will then score points. The player to pick the largest shape gets 5 points, second largest gets 3, second smallest gets 2, and smallest gets 1, and the player with the most points after 5 rounds is the winner. If you're thinking that I'm thinking, this one's luck-based, you're sort of right. It's quite hard, at least in the later rounds, to tell which shape is the biggest, since they all look roughly the same size. It also doesn't help that each shape can only be picked by one player, so it's a practically luck-based early bird gets the worm minigame. But despite this, I don't think this one's terrible either, but it's certainly not good. And so, Stake Your Claim claims the number 4 spot. Number 3 is Free-for-all, Heir to a Fortune. This one is similar to Same as Lame from Mario Party 6 and Bombard King Babam from Mario Party 9. The players are standing atop several clouds, some of which have a different amount of coins on them. Yes, it's a coin cache. Each round, they must each pick one cloud to jump onto, and if no other players pick the same cloud as them, the coins on it will become theirs. But if multiple players pick the same cloud, no one gets the coins. Side note, there are 5 rounds. And here we move from a practically luck-based minigame to a completely luck-based one. There's no way of knowing who's gonna pick which cloud, so the only basket you have to put your eggs in is Luck's basket. But even so, I actually kind of like this one's concept, but not enough not to put it on this list. Number 2 is Free-for-all, Social Climbers. Each player has their own pole up which they must climb, and the first to reach the top of their pole is the winner. No, really, that's it. That's the whole minigame. In case you're wondering, no, this minigame is not luck-based. The problem lies elsewhere, that being in the controls. I always struggle when I have to play this minigame, since to climb, you must swing the Joy-Con down while holding the trigger button, then swing it back up and release the trigger, all with a certain speed and timing, which I find quite awkward. Why? Hell if I know, but I feel like a lot of people would agree with me, and even disregarding that, it's boring and its concept is nothing special. You're just climbing a dang pole. So with the awkward controls, boringness, and lackluster concept, Social Climbers is all kinds of bad, and beyond a shadow of a doubt, my second least favorite minigame in Super Mario Party. The worst Super Mario Party minigame is Free-for-all, Don't Wake Wiggler. There's a sleeping Wiggler, which the players take turns petting. Each pet grants 1 point, and each player can pet it up to 5 times per turn. However, with each pet, Wiggler gets closer and closer to waking up, and the player with the most points once it wakes up is the winner. However, there's a catch. The player who wakes it up loses all their points, so that's incentive to limit how much you pet it later in the minigame. Of course, you could just not pet it at all, but you won't score any points by doing that. So basically, since there's no way of knowing when Wiggler will wake up, this minigame is all about risk.
How many of your number 1 worst Mario Party minigames have been luck-based thus far?
Good question. I've lost track at this point. Really, Mario Party? Ixnay on the Ucklay. I will say, the number 1 spot for Super was actually a toss-up between this one and Social Climbers, because I actually kind of like Don't Wake Wiggler's concept, but I picked it for the worst spot because it's 100% luck-based with a very harsh twist. So, in my opinion, it's worse than Social Climbers by a very small, tiny, puny, microscopic iota of a margin. They are both quite bad, for 2 completely different reasons, mind you, but what one thing have I made clearer than spring water by now? Tell me.
You despise luck-based minigames with a burning passion!
Right as rain, and so, Don't Wake Wiggler is, although only by a hair, the worst Super Mario Party minigame. So there you have it, my top 5 least favorite Super Mario Party minigames. For more videos like this, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Also, please check out my social media. All links are in the description. A super thank you for watching. See you next time. Bikoro Glyscore 472, out.